She was planning to rob me blind until her own mother told me to call the cops. My wife, Courtney, had been a flight attendant for 8 years, and when we met, I thought her job was charming, almost cinematic. She'd bring me little gifts from each city, a keychain from Miami, coffee beans from Seattle. It felt like we were living a modern love story. She was gone often, 3 or 4 days a week, but I didn't mind. We had our rhythm, texts between flights, late-night FaceTimes, her head on my chest when she came home tired but smiling. It worked. I trusted her completely. Then, 6 months ago, something changed. The texts got shorter. The calls stopped entirely. She'd come home quiet and detached, slip straight into bed without so much as a hug. When I asked how her trips were going, she'd mumble, "Fine," and turn away. Then came the laptop. Courtney always left her laptop on the desk in our living room until she didn't. Suddenly, it was always with her. In the bedroom, in the bathroom, even locked in her car overnight. I told myself not to snoop. I wanted to trust her. Last Tuesday, she rushed out the door for another Seattle route. She kissed my cheek, first time in weeks, and left in a hurry. 10 minutes later, I saw it. Her laptop, sitting open on the kitchen counter. For 4 hours, I ignored it. I cleaned, made coffee, tried to distract myself. Then, curiosity, or maybe dread, took over. The screen was still unlocked. Her Photos app was open, and what I saw made my stomach drop. Hundreds of photos, not of trips or skylines or planes. Photos of our house, our living room from every angle, close-ups of my watch collection, our TV, my late father's coin collection, all carefully cataloged over months. My pulse started to race. I opened her documents folder. There it was, an Excel file titled Inventory. Every valuable item we owned was listed with shocking precision. Rolex, Dad's watch. Estimated value, $8,000, 75-inch TV, $1,200, coin collection, $15,000. Next to each, a date, a selling price. My mouth went dry. Then I saw a folder labeled New Place. Photos of a sleek downtown condo I'd never seen before. Lease agreements, with her signature. Bank statements showing transfers from our joint savings. $20,000 gone. Money I thought was for a down payment on our first home. And then, messages. A conversation with someone named Aaron. At first, flirty texts. Then more. Pictures of them together. Her in that same condo, in his bed. But the worst part? A message from 2 weeks ago. Courtney. He's going on that fishing trip with his brother next month. That's when we do it. 3 days to get everything out. He'll come home to an empty house and divorce papers. Aaron. What about his dad's coin collection? Courtney. Already have a buyer lined up. That alone will cover 6 months of rent. I felt physically sick. Then I noticed something else. Every airline email was months old. No new schedule. No itineraries. She hadn't worked as a flight attendant in half a year. Every trip had been a lie. She was living with him. I didn't confront her. I didn't even cry. I called her mother. My hands were shaking as I explained, sending screenshots of everything. The photos, the inventory, the messages, the fake lease. There was silence for nearly a full minute on the other end. Then her mom whispered, voice cracking, "Call the police right now. That's not the daughter I raised. That's a thief." I called 911. The dispatcher didn't treat it as a marital issue. They said this was premeditated theft and fraud and told me to stay put until officers arrived. That night, at 8 p.m., Courtney came home, dragging her rolling suitcase and wearing her flight attendant uniform, kept, apparently, just for show. She walked into the living room and froze. 3 officers, her mother, sitting on the couch in tears. Me, standing beside her open laptop. She didn't look afraid, just annoyed, like she'd been inconvenienced. "Are you kidding me?" she said, her voice icy. "You went through my laptop?" Her mom stood up, trembling. "Courtney Elizabeth, what the hell have you done?" Courtney scoffed. "Oh, don't be dramatic." Then one of the officers stepped forward. "Ma'am, you're under arrest for fraud, theft, and conspiracy to commit theft." They cuffed her right there, in the living room she'd been planning to empty. As they let her out, she finally looked at me, not with guilt, not even regret, just cold indifference. "You were never supposed to find out this way," she said. Her mom broke down crying. I stood there silent, watching the officers take her away, feeling the weight of 8 years of lies collapse into nothing. She'd planned to strip my life clean, but she forgot the one thing she couldn't steal, the truth.